This tutorial is one of the most important tutorials in this series. Why? Because today we are talking about the survey point and the site file. And I'm sure that it's a bit confusing in Revit when we talk about the coordinate system. Somebody asked, where is the coordinate system in Revit and how I can set my coordinate system in the right way in Revit? And the easy answer for this is Revit has no coordinate system. You are the one who will decide the coordinate system according to your project. Of course, there's some plugins that the developer has added to Revit which can decide or can do the coordinate system settings, but the default settings in Revit, it doesn't has a coordinate system list that you can choose from. So actually, it's pretty easy and pretty flexible in Revit. So if you have a specific coordinate system that you want to work with, I'm talking now about a global coordinate system. And for example, this project that we are seeing right now, it's in a coordinate system called Red Belt, Egypt Red Belt. You can check on the first video to know more about that. But anyways, how can I reflect the coordinates inside Revit in the right way? And how can I have my global coordinates here? Like if I clicked here, let's edit type, and if I made the coordinate base to be the survey point, which in this case should be the global coordinates at each point. So this coordinate is not the right one. This coordinate is completely wrong. How can I have the right coordinates, right global coordinates in my project? So I suggest if you are just watching this video for the first time in the series, I suggest that you go back to the first video and you understand more about coordinate systems. So now I have, or I know my coordinate system, it's Egypt Red Belt. And I mentioned before, you should receive such a file from the survey department. And this file should be cleaned and geo-referenced. What I mean by geo-referenced, that this file should be located in the right place to the globe, but according to the coordinate system that you're working with. Now we are working in a coordinate system called Red Belt. And in this file, the survey engineer gave me a reference point, and he said this reference point should be according to this coordinates. This is easting and this is northing. So what I should do is first of all check if this file is really geo-referenced. So I will click on ID. Sometimes also it can comes with Z coordinates, so X, Y, Z coordinates. But in this case, it has only on 2D, so the X and Y coordinates, or easting and northing. So in AutoCAD, I will receive this file. I have to check on this file before moving to Revit. So first of all, I know where is my building. Let's say that this is my building. Or let's say now I will do a layout, a 3D layout in Revit for all of the neighborhood. Okay. So this workflow is also should be followed. First of all, you should know that you might have same building, like this building here and this building here. Let's say they are in the same model and more likely to be like that. You have one model of the house and it's repeated, but each one of them has a different global coordinates. So what you should know or what you should do in this case, if you want to have drawings or the same drawings for the same file, but they are different places, and you want to print all of those drawings one time according to this location and one time according to this location, what you should do. Like old school or in 2D approach, you will do the following. You will go to the all spot elevations or spot coordinates in your drawings, and you will have to change it manually, one by one, which is a lot of time consuming. If there is an easier way, of course, there is an easier way, and I will show you how to do this in Revit easy, smoothly, without any time consuming. So, first thing first, know the location of your building on the layout, okay? Then check on the layout if it's clean, if it's geo-referenced. Geo-referenced, let's see the reference point here. Actually, I got this file in the right coordinates, but I messed it up to show you how even to fix the site file when you get it from the survey department. So here you have reference point, and here you have some specific coordinates. So let's check ID, okay? And then you click on the reference point that he refers to, and let's read. Okay, it says that X 61, okay, and Y 9105. Okay, the coordinate seems a bit difficult, or sorry, slightly different than the one it's written here. So what should I do is to fix the file. How to fix the file? Copy those coordinates, and you will move the whole file from here. Let's click on the whole file or the whole layout, move, and you click on this point. Okay, we have done this before for the internal organ if you don't remember. So you click on the reference point and you go to the command bar and you paste the coordinates here. So the comma means, okay, now it's X and comma and comes the Y coordinates, okay, or easting and northing. And then you click enter. Now the file disappeared from here. Why? Because it went somewhere else. So double click here on the scroll pan, go again, and you do your check again. ID, check, and let's read here. Okay, seems to be exactly the right coordinates. Now this file is geo-referenced. Is it ready to be exported to Revit? Actually, not yet. Why? If you noticed, when I double click on a scroll pan, I cannot see only my layout, which means this file has some other elements here. So this file needs to be cleaned before being exported. So you delete anything else rather than layout. Sometimes those files comes in unclean version from the survey department. It's also your responsibility to clean it before exporting this to Revit. Then double click on scroll pan. When you see only your layout, this file, you know this file is ready to be exported. I will save this file, save as, or save this file in a known location on your PC. And now we go to Revit. Let's close this one. Let's go to Revit. So, what should I do right now? Should I export or should I link or import this cat file here inside the project? Actually, no. This is not the right workflow. I'm talking about here from a best practice perspective. You can for sure bring the file here, but best practice, the site file, as you have a 2D layout for the site file, the one that we opened right now, you should have the same one but in a 3D. So the site file should be a separate site or a separate project in Revit. So I will close everything here right now, but before I close, I just want you to see the location of the survey point here. Okay, let's just give it a revision cloud. Okay, I'll just, you know, just for ourselves. I just want to show you something later on. So this is the location of my survey point right now. But I know that this is not the right one. I know that according to the red build, coordinate system, the survey point should be somewhere down here. And sorry, I will open the site file again in AutoCAD because I want to just to review on this again. So if you don't remember, let's just remind you of the coordinate system that this project is following. We talked about Germany and Egypt as a conversion, and this project is in Egypt, and it follows this coordinate system. It calls the red belt coordinate system. And as you can see here, this is the origin point, but it has false easting and false northing, as I said before, to avoid negative values, which means the 0 point is somewhere here, maybe. Okay. Anyway, the 0 point it's not my main focus right now. I focus on the origin point. Okay. And this origin point has wrong or false easting and false northing. And I know that my project was in Cairo, so that's somewhere here. So I have some imagination that where the survey point should lay on. The survey point should lay down in the corner here. This is what I should expect because I told you the survey point should be the 0 and 0 of the coordinate system, not the origin point, not necessarily because as you see here it doesn't have 0 and 0, but in Revit it will be 0 and 0. Okay, now let's go back to Revit. And yeah, as you can see here, now I have a false location for the survey point. So let's save my project right now. Let's close everything. And let's open a new project. And it's important to make metric. We are using metric right now and construction template because it's a file where so many other discipline will be included. So we just use the metric construction template and I click OK. Okay, then we go to the site. Why? Because it has a really high view range. And also I can have the origin, the project base point and the survey points already visible in this view. So if you don't remember, the project base point, it doesn't has anything to do with this file. Really, you can neglect this point and it has no use in this file, okay? So I'll just hide it for now. element hide, so to hide this point. This point is the main focus right now in the site file. So the first thing to do before you do anything, just save your file. File, save as, project, and you locate it somewhere on your computer. I'll just locate it here and I will call it site or general layout or whatever. Let's just call it site for now. And I'll just save. Okay. The second point is to link this file inside your Revit project, inside the site Revit project. So let's just here, okay, I will save. After I checked, it's clean, it's georeference it. Now let's link this file. While you're linking this file, there's so many things that you should take care of. First of all, why I did clean this file? Because Revit has a limitation of 35 kilometer. Why Revit has this limitation? Because as we talked before, the earth is not flat and more distance, that means more deformation of the shape of the earth. So now we are not talking about a straight line between points, we are talking about curved lengths. So that's why Revit has a limitation to keep the accuracy. So if your file is too big and you brought here into Revit, the Revit will give you an error that this file is more than 35 kilometers diameter. so it will not be able, you will not be able to export it. So this is the first thing. The site file or the layout, usually it's a heavy file. It's a big file. It will take a bit long time to link here into Revit. So for that purpose, let's go to, I'll show you something. So let's link add. And here, this is my file, as you can see here, site file. So the first thing you ask yourself, how should I link this file? Is it origin to origin, center to center, auto, manual? How? Actually, it doesn't matter. Just keep it manual, and you can have it from the center. It's better. And also the place at here, it doesn't matter because I will not orient it to a view. I will just have it in all views because this is what I want. It's a site file or it's a general layout in a 3D. So I will just uncheck this one. And also it's important to uncheck this option because when it's on, it will take time to correct lines. So it's better to uncheck this button to link your file faster. And then I will click open and I will wait a few seconds. So now the file is has been manually snapped, but because it's big, so you cannot show it now. But when I click here, it will place it somewhere in in this view. As you can see here, this is here my file inside Revit. It took, I think, almost 10 seconds in my case here. In your case, could take longer, could take less. It depends on the file size. So, what is the next step? The next step is to ask yourself, is this file now, I'm not talking about the Revit file. I'm talking about, sorry, I'm not talking about the CAD file. I'm talking about Revit file that I opened. Is this Revit file has the right coordinates? Apparently, no. We didn't see. This is 0 and 0. And I know that the 0 and 0 should be somewhere here in the left corner. So of course, this file is not georeferenced. But I know that the cat is georeferenced, right? Right. So what should I do right now? What I'm doing right now is to give the Revit file here the same coordinates of my CAD file. How to do that? We go to Manage, then we go to here Coordinates. In the Project Location tab, you have here Coordinates. Then in the drop-down menu, you click on Acquire Coordinates. So acquire coordinates means determines the coordinates used in a linked project and uses them for the current project. So actually, this is my case. This is what I want. So I will click on that. And then he asks you down there, select the linked project which you acquire shared coordinates. I will click on the Revit, on the CAD link here. And it will tell you coordinate acquired from site DVG. GIS coordinate system unknown. It's okay. It's fine. I know that my coordinate system is Egypt Red Belt. So, did you notice something? That the survey point disappeared. Where has the survey point gone? Double click on scroll pane, and here is my layout, and here is my survey point. Here is 0 and 0 coordinates of my survey point, or of my coordinate system. So right now, I'm pretty sure also that this Revit file has exactly the right coordinates that I want. But right now, I will just hide this survey point, EH. Why? So I can easily double click on scroll pan to see my layout here. Okay, so this is the first step. Nice. Now I will just save the file. Control S to save the file. Now let's bring my project here inside the site file. And even if you're doing a general layout, you can bring all of the files exactly in the same workflow that I'm showing you right now. So I know that my building is here. So what I will do is go to Insert, Link Revit this time because this is a Revit project. So link Revit, and I will choose my building here. And you ask yourself how I should link this file. This file can be linked by any ways. It doesn't matter as long as you can hold it from the right place. So I'll just keep it manual and I will hold it from the internal origin or from the base point. They are the same, okay? And I will click OK. And then I will click nearby the relocation in the site. So I know that the building is here, so I'll just click somewhere nearby. And as you can see, of course, this is not the right orientation of the building. So what I want to do is to align this building to the right location. So I will use align command AL in Revit. And I'll just, it's better to do it from the axis. So I'll just align the last one here, or the last one there, and horizontally, and also vertically. So this one with this one. Okay, I think this is okay so far. So now the building on the right place and on the right orientation. And the next step is to give the coordinates of this file, this site file, to my building here. Okay, let's say that I have the same building. It's a model and it's repeated. So I have the same building also, but here. How to do this? Like I asked you the question before, what is the best workflow for such a case? How to generate different drawings with the different coordinates, but for the same building, without doing any manual adjustment. So here is the key. Now we are using something called shared coordinates. So you click on the linked file. What you can see here, first thing is the name. Okay, this is the name of the Revit link, or this is the name of this building on the Revit link. It's a bit confusing, I know. But if I copy this building, if I make a copy and I put it here, what do you expect? Do you expect a new linked Revit, or do you expect same linked Revit but two links in a different meanings? You have here the Revit links. Drop down menu, I have this file. If I made a copy, because we said it's two buildings, but it's in same model, it's a new building on the same model here. If I copy this building here, or this link here, will I get another one here, or what will be the case in this process? Actually, if you copy this file here, Revit will know that this is a new model or a new building from the same model. So he will not duplicate the link here. So it means you can have only one link, but hundreds of buildings from the same link. This is very, very important to understand right now. So for this building, which called AWR0016, this building has the first position here. So I will just keep it like as it is. It's position 1. Okay. So what I want to do now, to share the site coordinates from this Revit site file to this building. How to do this? Can you see here, shared site? It's not shared. So what I will do now to share this site, you click on this one, and the first step is record current position for this file. 1, like you want this to be the first position, I will click OK. What happens now is he will copy the coordinates from this file to this file, which called publish coordinates. This is the reverse of what we have done before. Now we are publishing the coordinates from the site file to this Revit model. Okay, nice. Let's click on that again. And let's have a look on that. Okay, you just click on change. What you see right now is we have two sites. We have here one, he called you, this is the current, and we have another one which is free, it's not used. I can even duplicate and create even more. Position number 3, position number 4, and so on. How many buildings of the same models in this layout? You keep duplicate this. Like in this case, let's say that I have 2. Okay, so I'll just delete this and I delete this. Okay, so it tells you the current now for this building is 1. I made a duplicate of this one. Okay, let's cancel and let's copy this building to the next location. Copy. I will hold it from here. I'll put it here. And then I will align. Important to know, don't mirror. Don't use mirror. Use copy and align. If you are mirroring, that means the Revit will detect that as a new Revit link. It's really important. So then you use align, AL. Let's align this one, this one, this one with this one. Okay, nice. So now I have the new position of the same building. Right, nice. But let's click on this one on the Revit link. And can you see here the shared site? It's not shared. Now I want to share this site. Let's click on this. And it's really important to click here. And can you see that? It tells you that the first site is in use. Yes, I know that. So I will use the second one. And I click OK and click OK. Now I shared this site again for this building. Okay. Now I'm asking you another question. What do you expect if I clicked on one of those links and I clicked here, open and unload? What happens when I open this file? Ask yourself, pause, and let's go on. Before you open this file, you have to save it. When you are saving the file, he will ask you, do you want to save current position or not? I will tell the Revit, yes, I want to save this current position inside the site. Now, once we open the file, what is the first thing that you have noticed? That the survey point has moved from this location to this location, which is exactly the same location of the survey point on the site file. Okay, but let's hide this one here to EH, double click. Okay, but which coordinates I see here right now? Is it building 1 or it's building 2? It's a really good question. So let's go to manage, go to location. Do you remember this one? We said that we are talking about site later on. So this is a time. We go to site. And as you can see here, those are the sites that, or the positions inside the site file. This building has 2 positions, okay. And position 1 is right now the current in use. So what if I want to see the coordinates, but according to position 2? I'll just click on 2, make current. I'll just want you to look in this one, okay? And you click OK. Okay. That means it doesn't matter how many positions I have for the same building, as long as I'm using the shared site file, it's easy. If they told you, okay, please print all the drawings again, but according to the new positions. And you don't want to duplicate the Revit file and keep changing everything, like it doesn't make any sense. All what you have to do is to come to the site, change the new location, make it current, click OK, and all of the coordinates inside your project will be changed. This is what we call shared coordinates. Okay, that's nice. Let's save. Okay, I'll just hold on that. As you can see here, because I unloaded the link from here. Now, when you are linking again, if you want to link again, you will have a new option which called link by shared coordinates. Like if your file is already has the coordinates and you are linking this from the first time, like usually I get this file from the survey department. I do this process only for my building, okay? But there is another department in the big companies. Usually they are doing the 3D layout. They are bringing all of the 3D buildings together. They are using this for Navis work, for also to do some videos 4D and so on. So uh, in this case, this department has option to link using shared coordinates. If I want to insert link Revit, and I know that this one is already has the right coordinates, I will click on auto by shared coordinates. So the building will come exactly to the right location. Okay. Another hint. Let's go open and download again. Do you remember when we talked about the project north and the true north? And I told you that the angle of the building is not correct and how I will have the angle automatically without any manual calculations? That's what happened exactly after I shared my site. How to know that? Go and click on the project base point. Aha, okay. Now I have an accurate angle to the true north without any calculations. When that happened or how that happened when you shared the site. So sharing the site, it doesn't only adjust the survey point to the right location, it also adjusts the orientation to the true north. So now we have reached the end of our tutorial and the end of our series. Yes, it was a long tutorial and it was a bit concentrated, but it's really important to understand the whole process of setting a site file. So you just follow this workflow in any future projects, and I'm pretty sure that the workflow will be easy and smooth for you. And if you are a layouter or if you are BIM coordinator who are responsible to generate a video or to bring all of the layout inside Navisworks in 3D to check the connection with the infrastructure network and so on. So this workflow is also very important for you to understand, because later on you can bring this file in Navisworks and do clash detection or do the coordination and so on. Thank you all for your attention through the whole series. And if you had any confusion, any question, don't hesitate to write me in the comment section or you contact me by email. I will be happy and glad to answer all of the inquiries that you have. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more, and wish you all the best for your projects.